So hello everybody, how are you today? It is Friday, so it's time for another DAX Fridays, a new DAX function every Friday. In today's DAX Fridays, we're actually going to review a new function that was introduced in the Power BI desktop update September 2019 called Convert. And this actually solves an error that you might get when you're creating calculated columns in Power BI. So we're going to see both the error and how Convert helps with that error. Okay, so first of all, let's go through Convert very quickly. It says it converts an expression of one type to another. And this is the syntax. You put the expression and then you can convert it to an integer, a double, with a decimal number, a string, a boolean, currency, date type. Okay? And then when I was looking into this, it says it will return an error if it's not able to do the transformation of one type to another, okay? And when I was going through this, I was looking at, this is telling here that sometimes when you try to calculate the median and it gives you an error, Convert can help. Like, what error? But it didn't take long, actually. I Googled it a little bit and very quickly I found what the error was, so we're going to go through that. So are you ready? Let's go through an example. I think it's always easier to do and to understand these things. So Power BI, here we are. We have a table that I created. We have student ID, student grades. We have a class where they belong to and the date where the grades were taken. Fake data, obviously. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to calculate the median. If you don't know what a median is, it's basically a better average. So if you're thinking about using average, probably you should use median. I have a video median. Go and check it out. I have a whole series of statistical functions, so go check them out. So, median. We're going to calculate the median for that. Calculated column. I'm not saying that you should use a calculated column to do this, but this is where the error occurs, okay? So bear with me. So, median grades. And we're going to put median, and then we're going to put the grades. That's how you calculate median. It's just accept a column, so you put the column and then good to go, you think. But then you get this expression that yield variant date type cannot be used to define calculated columns. What? Sometimes those errors are not useful at all. This is one example. What is telling you, or what I think is for what I understand, is that you start with one data type and then the measure DAX, in this case a calculated column, returns another data type and is not able to do that. You have to have the same data type. For these, check this out. So student grades is data type whole number. If I change this as decimal number, you'll see what happens in a second. You see it calculates good. Why? Because the student grades were a decimal number, the median is a decimal number. When it calculates, it returns a decimal number, and then it calculates. But if it starts as a whole number, that is a number without decimals, and then it has to be converted to decimal, it's just not possible. Power BI Power Pivot cannot calculate that. So how do you go around this if you don't want to change the date type? Well, it's actually quite easy. You need to use median X because we're going to use convert, and convert requires a expression and then the actual format type. So we can't use median only, as it only allows for one column. Okay, that's why I'm using median X, because then I can put the table, I can put convert there, and then I can put the grades, student grades, and then we're going to convert these to double. Now here's the thing, if you write it like this, it will give you an error, but it's still working. That means that IntelliSense, the thing that is verifying that you write the syntax of DAX correctly, is not updated yet. At least not in this version that I have, and hopefully it's the September I did. It should be. So it doesn't work. If you put it in capital letters, it will take it. Yeah, this is a little bit confusing. But as you can see, it's getting the whole number and it's converted to decimal, and then it can do the calculation and return a decimal, and everything and everybody is happy. Okay, so if you see the thing like that, it doesn't matter, it's still going to work. I'm going to show you another example where that thing happens also, and it's when you are using if statements in a calculator column again. So we're going to create these if statements. So issue with if. So we have if the grades class is A. So if you belong to class A, then give us the grades, otherwise not applicable. What are you doing? Let's say that this is a valid expression. So if we want to get the grades here from class A, otherwise not applicable because it was, I don't know, people cheated and is disqualified or something, whatever. You recognize that error? It's basically telling us the same thing with horrible words. So it's telling us, hey, you tell me that if it is class A, use text, otherwise number. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. So I can give you text, or number, but I cannot give you text number, which is what we're telling it to do here. So you have an option here, and it is to actually use, again, convert, and then you put text, which is a string when you're using convert. Let's put it like this. I put it the string like that. It didn't take it, but if I click enter, it works. So still IntelliSense is not up to date yet, but it works. So as you can see now, it's giving us the right result. So remember, it has to be always the same data types for calculated columns, okay, in order for them to work. So if you get that error, you know that you have to convert something with something. Now, another thing that converts can do that I don't know if format can do. I haven't seen it, but it might be possible. So I have here a date, so date to number. And this is when you're, doing calculations with dates, sometimes you don't want to have the date, you just want to have the number. It's useful in certain cases. So convert, actually, date is at the bottom, allows you to do that. And then here you put in integer. And again, it will give you the but it's going to work. So ignore it for a while. Probably on the October update, this will be fixed, but as it is now, it is not. Still, it is working. So again, I don't know. Maybe this is possible to do with format. I don't know. I'm not sure, but you can do it for sure with convert. I don't think you can do with format to transform. You can do decimal, but you can't do integer. You have two options. Anyhow. So if you, let me know if it is possible. I'm actually not sure. But anyhow, now you have convert to do that. Convert. It has to be convert, right? So yeah, this is all for today. I hope that now if you have that error, you know how to solve it. You can obviously use format if you're going to use, transform it into formats that format actually accept. But yeah, it is Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And as always, I will see you again on Monday with another Power BI video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.